time in Japan, and it's like another world over there.
What did you like about it?
Food. I bought a lot of stuff. I nerded out. It's a nerd's paradise, and there's lots of arcades, and I got some sick shirts. This one I'm wearing right now. Like, none of them make any sense. You can just get all these shirts that just says, hang out, hey dude. I believe on the skateboard it says, how are things?
How are the crowds in comparison to out here?
Yeah, they're good. They're like super, super hardcore. Kind of like, it's different actually. Like, there's a lot more space in the rooms. Like, there weren't like small crowds, but like, you know, like smaller crowds or whatever. But they'll all just be headbanging. Like with space, if it's like respectfully kind of headbanging, like not getting in each other's way.
That's sick. Any particular tracks off the album that people were like really digging over there? They were like anticipating it as much as we are out here?
I think Cringe Control. I end all my sets with Cringe Control, and yeah, they were all like yelling like at the fucking drops and everything. They yell a lot too. I love that. Like, they do a lot of like whistling and yelling and stuff. It's pretty cool.
So let's talk about the album.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about the album, just in general? It's your first full length.
Yeah, it was a lot of work. I almost think I worked too hard on it sometimes. But, the feedback's been good. I'm hoping we can get it to more ears still. But yeah, it's basically my baby. Like doing all the art for it and all the individual track art and just working on the thing. It just took forever, honestly. Like,
any particular songs that are your fave or that you're most excited for people to hear?
Ghost on Acid is my favorite song on the album.
Okay.
And that's the one that's gotten like probably the least feedback so far. Like not bad feedback, but just lack thereof.
Yeah.
And it's like I played it a couple times. It's kind of a weird vibe. It's not really like a crowd track, you know? Like you can get away with it, but it's not something that I look forward. I wish people would like react to it. You know? It's like I think it's like something kind of new. It doesn't really sound like anything else at all.
So is that the song that you think you went the most out of your comfort zone for, or are there others that you think?
I'd say probably not. I think the house track was probably the most out of my comfort zone. And that track, for Foxaki, that track went through like a million different versions. Like,
yeah.
It was actually something, I think me and Habstract were supposed to work on it together, and then he got really busy, and but I ended up like changing it completely. Like there's parts that were in the original version, but a lot of the track ended up just being like completely different. All the horns like were things I added like last minute, the main melody and stuff, and just watching that track like kind of come together and like evolve into what it became was cool.
I think a lot of people don't really realize how taxing a career in this industry can be, you know, between touring and making music and just making yourself vulnerable to other people. Like, would you agree
It's a big one, the last one you said. Especially when you've worked on something, you put like your heart and soul into something, and people just want to shit all over it. It's like, it sucks because it's not just me. Like, I feel like when I talk about it a lot on social media, I have no problem saying it to my fans and how people piss me off. You know, people can sit around and pretend that they don't give a fuck, but like, you know, and you know, I also have to say that unfortunately people will argue with this, but I feel like dubstep is a genre that happens like all the time. Like I really don't. Once in a while you see like one of the big guys get some hate on Twitter and they lose it. They fucking lose it. And it's like, we get this shit like every fucking day. Like every time. Like I was getting really crazy. Like I would wake up and the first thing I would do is check my social media and people would just be like, this is shit. Like I wouldn't be able to post one thing. And it wasn't just me. Like, you know, I'd see it on my friend's shit. It's just an era of like everyone thinking they're fucking Rotten Tomatoes critics. If you don't like the album, that's totally fine. Like, but don't go out of your way to tell everyone that you hate everything.
I feel like that's like a hard place to be in because these are people, for the majority of the people that support you, and it's kind of hard to sift out who
that's the thing too.
is
that's
supporting.
The thing, like, it's like 1% of people. Like, and you know, it's easier.
I feel like that's something that needs to be said for sure.
Negativity is just like, it's so toxic. Like, it's so much easier for someone to say something negative because they get their little 10-second like jolt of like adrenaline. Like I said something. Fuck Donald Trump. I'm guilty of that. I've said that a million times. But you know, for a second, it's just like you're not gonna be like, oh, like blah 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 is a nice person. Or like, cool, yeah, great. So you're like, yo, this fucking track sucks. It's like you have your little voice for a second, and that's what social media has fucking done to society. That everyone has a voice now, and a lot of their voices are not voices that anyone should fucking hear. Like, you know, everyone didn't used to be able to just say whatever the fuck they wanted. Get that validation, that 1 second like from their other equally miserable friends, and it just builds up into this thing that's just taken over. It's just people just shitting on everything, shitting on movies, shitting on like great movies. Like I've just seen anything, something so pure.
Do you feel like that's more taxing and more stressful than anything else in
Just
retrospect of your...
traveling is insanely stressful as well.
Yeah.
And like it's just weird because I feel like my anxiety has just gotten so much worse as I've gotten older. It's kind of unfortunate, but it's something that I'm just trying to figure out still. Because you go through like different phases of how you see your life, like the perception of your life and what you have going on. For like a lot of my life, I felt like I needed to have this. Like I was just a nobody. I was some kid in Jersey, dropped out of college, thought I was fucked. And if I could play one gig with these guys that, you know, maybe had 1,000 likes, if I could just meet 12th Planet or something like that, if I could make one good track, I'd be happy. And then you make the track and then you meet 12th Planet and then you play a bunch of shows with 12th Planet and you play a bunch of bigger shows and you know, I want girls, and you get the girls, and then, you know, I would, like, it's right now at this point in my life, I feel like I have everything that, and far beyond anything that I ever could have like imagined I would have had in my life. Like I just toured Japan, Australia for the 3rd time. Like, you know, I have an amazing girlfriend, I have great friends, I'm on a great label, and I just put out my proudest work. And somehow it's just like, somehow something is just always still seems like it's wrong. And that's like what I'm trying to figure out, like the root of it. It's not just a matter of waking up and being like, I'm excited to go play this show right now. Like, if you're not, you're fucking lying to yourself. Like, I used to get so excited to play every show, and people will take this the wrong way. These people don't get it. I'm very happy for the people that don't.
Only people in your shoes will understand what you're saying and how you...
basically. Well, I mean, like, I just want people to try to understand. Like, we're not ungrateful. Like, I never want to come across as an ungrateful person, because I'm so happy with this life that I get to live. It's fucking awesome. Just the negative thoughts, just like, they just win. They get in and they try to win. Even just like getting on a plane to go somewhere if you're just not in the mood, or maybe you didn't get a good night's sleep. When I used, like a year ago, I used to be able to just blow through like fucking after party, whatever. Like I didn't give a shit, you know, like fuck sleep. I'll just get on the flight and not sleep. Now it's like, no, I have to go to bed immediately. Yeah.
It's hard to satisfy no matter what you do and no matter how vulnerable you are.
It's always gonna be like that too. It's like something that, you know, I just need to accept.
But the positivity always outweighs the negativity.
Well, the way I see it is like, the positivity outweighs the negativity.
I mean, that's really why you're still here.
I would never, I mean, like, I'm not going anywhere.
Right.
I have like, no intention of stopping this career or anything, but
You just want people to know.
I just want to know that if a year from now I'm doing like 10 times better than I'm doing right now, if I'm still gonna feel the same way. Like, and that's where like I'm talking about getting to the root of it, like where it's not just something that you can just fix.
Do you think that's an industry problem? Do you think that like a lot of people will relate to this?
The industry is like a mess. This is where I have to like watch what I say. But I feel like the problem with the industry in a nutshell is it's like politics. It's kind of like the way politics are in like America right now. There's like the middle class is fading away. You know, it's like there's these dudes at the top. Some of them fucking amazing and they deserve every minute of it. A lot of them, no. A lot of them don't even write their own fucking music. A lot of them are just in the right place at the right time and they knew the right people, and that's like, it's like the pyramid. Like those are the dudes that play every fucking festival.
Right.
And then there's dudes like me, and there's a ton of other fucking dudes, especially in dubstep, that are like producing this amazing music with no help from anyone and getting nothing. Getting like, you know, 50-person cap bookings and no money and no festival bookings, and that's what everyone wants. Everyone wants the festival bookings. Like, you know, it's the best feeling in the world. And when you know that you're good enough to do it, I mean, like, I'm, like once again, not trying to sound arrogant, but like I know that I've worked my ass off for this.
Yeah.
That I write into what I think to be interesting, unique music and well-produced music, and that I can play a great set and I can play to a crowd, and I can do it. I have the energy and I have the song selection, but to just see lineup after lineup just pop up and you're just not on it. It's just like, when is everyone's always telling you it's coming? When's it coming? When's it coming? Like, let me know when it's fucking here. I would just like to see like a little bit more balance in the industry. Like, I mean,
more diversity.
People, like just not this trend of like artists that just come up overnight and then they have their place. They stick around. And like I said again, like a lot of them deserved it. Like a lot of them are fucking awesome, but hope this trend of just like people just like liking whatever is cool at the time. Like, I mean, I guess that'll never go away though. It's always been like that.
No,
in life,
yeah, I
but
don't think so.
it would be cool if like a time came where people like cared a little bit more about what makes something good. Is this a good production? Is the mix down good? Like, or is this a good piece of music? Have we heard this before? Not just, oh, this is that person that you were talking about that just played Lollapalooza. Like,
Right.
you know, oh, they must be good. You know, you can get blacklisted. You know, if the right people don't like you, you'll never get the bookings you want.
Yeah.
It shouldn't even be about. It should be about the music. This is
Yeah.
high school.
The talent. The core of it, it's the music, not anything else.
Indeed. But you know, despite all that, I think I've done pretty well for myself. Like, I'm pretty happy with her, like my spot in the industry.
Yeah.
Just like to continue growing and hopefully get all those bookings that I want. That I'm talking about.
Thank you, Will. Cool. Anything special you can tell your fans that you have coming up, or anything you can share with them?
Right now, I don't think I have any like crazy surprises coming up. I have a couple of remixes, one coming out soon. I think I'm not gonna say what it is, but people
Yeah.
have heard it and they know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm doing one right now for one of my homies, who's one of my favorite producers as well.
Cool.
I still have a lot of work to do on that one though. So all the visualizers for the individual tracks will be reformatted to be like my live visuals.
So I want to like quickly touch on the music video because it seemed like it was super well received, and it was your first music video, right? So how did it? What was your whole idea? Like, how did it? Were you excited to do your first music video? That's awesome to say. That's awesome to say that you could finally come out with a music video.
No, it was so sick, honestly. Like, and the feedback was way better than I would have thought it would be. Like, because I've, like you said, I've never done anything like that before, and it was rocky as fuck. To be honest. Like, I mean, the dudes who shot it, Real Goats, they fucking killed it. But there was a lot of back and forth with the concepts and just not really like you said. The main thing is I've never done it before.
Right.
Not knowing what to expect. Like not knowing if after all this stuff we're gonna. That was a lot of stress too. In fact, that was probably one of the most stressful parts of the album campaign because you're trying to bring all your friends out and all these people out to the spot. We had to get the spot. We had to make sure everyone's gonna be there. Everyone's gonna like make sure everything goes smooth and you know, you're worrying like people aren't gonna show up and it's gonna look stupid or whatever. But yeah, like it actually came out really fucking awesome. Like it was pretty much everything I wanted. Shout out Dak Daniels and Critchy too. I gotta shout those two out because I just fucking love them so much. Tanner Dak Daniels is fucking legend.
That's what I'm talking about.